7 hidden facts about Cillian Murphy you never know about him. 1. After 15 years as a vegetarian, he began to eat meat for Peaky Blinders. Cillian Murphy finds it equally demanding to get the physical aspect of Tommy Shelby just right. Murphy told the Daily Mail that because he is not naturally intimidating physically, he had to munch on a lot of protein and pump a lot of iron, all of which he dislikes to do justice to the role of the Brummie crime boss. Although the immaculately tailored Shelby look has created its own fashion revival, Murphy explained to Mr. Porter it's not a look he favors. "I would never voluntarily have that haircut," he said. "That and the hat, the voice, the walk, the cigarettes, it's all an effort to make me look tough, which I'm really not. I've never even been in a fight." Yet by far the biggest lifestyle change Murphy made to play Shelby was to start eating meat again after a 15-year absence. The actor explained that the creators of Peaky Blinders didn't want him to look like a skinny Irish fella. Murphy's personal trainer recommended he ditch the plants and dish up the meat if he wanted the audience to believe he was the Michael Corleone of the Midlands. Murphy has never looked back, explaining, "I was vegetarian for about 15 years. But it was never a moral decision. It was more that I was worried about getting mad cow disease." 2. He lost out to Christian Bale for the role of Batman. Just as it's difficult to imagine anyone else but Cillian Murphy playing Tommy Shelby, it's equally as tough to visualize anyone but Christian Bale adding the depth and gravitas he brought to the role of the Dark Knight. Bale added some timely intensity, rage, and other assorted psychotic elements to the character of a man who dresses up as a bat and goes hunting for criminals in the shadows. Bale had the physicality, the menace, and the moral ambiguity that made the Bruce Wayne Batman of Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy such a breath of fresh air in the polluted climate of Gotham City. Having said that, it's tempting to imagine what an actor like Murphy could have brought to the table. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Murphy pulled on the famous bat suit in 2003 and did a screen test for Nolan. Yet Murphy has always dismissed the notion that he was in contention to play the DC superhero. "I don't believe I was close to landing that role," he explained, adding, "the only actor who was right for that part at that time, in my estimation, was Christian Bale, and he absolutely smashed it." Yet Nolan was so impressed with Murphy's audition that he cast him as the Scarecrow. Murphy sprinkled a little of his trademark magic over the role, and one of Batman's most enduring villains was given a new lease on life. 3. He battled Jason Statham for the role of Tommy Shelby. Saving an actor like Jason Statham as Tommy Shelby in Peaky Blinders could have completely changed the dynamic of the character. The nuanced portrayal of a violent but vulnerable individual haunted by his past would probably take a backseat to a no-nonsense governor who blows things up, settles scores, and takes no lip. Would the cheeky persona Statham is renowned for have been a good fit for Shelby? As a sensitive soul brutalized by a world gone wrong, Shelby has a stillness and watchful wariness to him that channels itself more through intense expression and less via choreographed action and sheer physical presence. Yet Peaky Blinders creator Stephen Knight told Esquire that the choice between Shelby and Statham was a tough one, saying, "I met them both in LA to talk about the role and opted for Jason. One of the reasons was because physically in the room Jason is Jason. Cillian, when you meet him, isn't Tommy, obviously, but I was stupid enough not to understand that." According to The Guardian, Murphy sent Knight a text which read, "Remember, I'm an actor." Although there's been speculation that the text was Murphy's subtle way of accentuating his talents over those of Statham, Knight begs to differ. The show's creator explained what Murphy meant by the text is that when he walks into a room, he's not Tommy Shelby, but he can become him. He inhabits that role completely. It's phenomenal. It is impossible to imagine anyone else playing him. For he describes playing Tommy Shelby as relentless. Tommy Shelby is not a one-dimensional villain. His naked ambition, superhuman will, simmering rage, and the constant threat of violence are offset by his perpetual air of melancholy, deep-rooted regret, fierce loyalty, and devilish charm. He has an instinctive desire to do the right thing, but the world in which he moves and his wartime experiences make it impossible. Cillian Murphy revealed in an interview with Esquire that his dedication to digging up the raw material from the depths of Shelby's soul has left his wife and sons, describing him as not being all there when he's filming Peaky Blinders. Murphy explained that because a large part of acting entails hanging around in a trailer twiddling your thumbs, the authenticity is not there if you're coming from a standstill. Murphy explained, "I'm not walking around talking like Tommy all the time, but you have to be there or thereabouts." Murphy told Birmingham Live that he can't just jump out of bed and transform into a character as complex as Shelby, saying, "He's such a distance from me as a character, and it takes an awful lot of time to get back there. It takes several months to get towards it, working on the scripts and physically getting to that place. Playing him is relentless. You really have to dive in and immerse yourself and cancel everything. But I love it." 5. Cillian Murphy is a trained musician. Murphy is a versatile actor with a wide range of skills extending beyond the screen. While he's best known for his exceptional acting skills, many people don't know that he is a trained musician with multiple songs under his name. In fact, Murphy's musical talents have been showcased in several of his films, including The Wind That Shakes the Barley, released in 2006. In the movie, Murphy played an Irish Republican Army member who was also a fiddle player. Murphy's performance was both impressive and authentic. In addition to this and many other on-screen musical performances, Murphy was also part of a musical band in the past called Sons of Mr. Green Jeans. He is undoubtedly a remarkable artist with many talents. Along with being a respected actor, he is also a trained musician that demonstrated his musical prowess in the industry on various occasions, and his work is a testament to his creativity and versatility as an artist. 6. He hates the celebrity lifestyle and is extremely private. In an age where many will jump through the most humiliating hoops for their 15 minutes of fame, Cillian Murphy shuns the celebrity lifestyle and values his privacy. He's not exactly Greta Garbo and is obviously still happy to give interviews, but it's mainly to talk about his work. He is naturally reluctant to allow much of his personal life to leak into the public domain. So don't expect any Instagram moments, tabloid confessionals, or gossip column accounts of Murphy falling drunkenly out of a taxi in the wee hours anytime soon. As an actor first, and a celebrity by default, Murphy is often confused as to why insisting upon having a private life can be an issue in some quarters. Murphy told the Irish Times, "I don't see myself as a personality. I see myself as an actor. I think those are two distinct jobs. And my job is to portray other people. The less that people know about me, the better I can portray other people." Murphy told GQ that he has adopted a strategic approach to deal with growing fame and maintain a semblance of normality. He explained that he believes in taking extended breaks between acting gigs, because otherwise one can go from job to job to job and live in a bubble of set, hotel, plane, film festivals, which, to me, is not reality. 7. Cillian Murphy doesn't use social media. If ever you should bump into Cillian Murphy in a bar somewhere, buy him a Guinness by all means, but don't ask him for a selfie, an ad on Facebook, or a follow on Twitter. He doesn't do social media, which is kind of refreshing. It's not because he's a Luddite, it's because he believes in taking an old-fashioned and measured approach to the modern age and all its scattered pitfalls. In an interview with GQ, he explained, "I just want to be decent and kind. They are old-fashioned values, but they seem to be disappearing nowadays." Murphy stresses that he believes in not being ostentatious and talking about himself too much.